Hi everyone, it's Jenny Swain speaking from Real People of the Sunshine Coast. Now, we're here today with Leon Stensholm from BodybyLeon, and I met Leon a couple of months ago and found a little bit more about Leon, loved what he did, and this is actually going to be about me for 2 seconds. Years and years ago, I'd actually used to do some weight training. Leon inspired me to actually pick the phone up and say, I want to come and get back into it, but don't know what to do because I'm an old chick and it can be quite intimidating. So I picked up the phone. I had a chat to Leon. He's just given me a workout today, and I'm standing still because I can't move. Just joking, Leon. But that's why I'm a la natural and real as you're going to get with no makeup and in my active wear. But enough about me, Leon. Let's get into your business and what you do and how you do it.
Thank you, Jen. Thanks for having me. Well, here at BodybyLeon Studios, basically I focus on athletes, so getting that elite athlete to stage. That was the goal from the foremost, and from then on, I've actually gone a little bit further and started working with people and started working out with clients that they need a little bit more care, they need to be listened to. So from that, I then started realizing I started working with a lot of clients that were going through their own issues in life. It could be mental illness, it could be going through some adversity. So I really started working closely with clients and started putting a little bit more time into these people. So I found out then the clients then started just getting a better frame of mind, then going next level. Then all of a sudden, these clients their well-being was improving. Then they were getting on stage, and then they were going to world titles, and they were going to Mr. Olympia titles and Miss Olympia titles. So they all start here with a common theme. There was some sort of adversity from the get-go, but then we've been able to get that client out of that adversity and take them to the next level.
But you also work with clients that just come in off the street that just want to get fitter or lose weight. And I think gyms can be intimidating to people. So you work with lots of people and have helped some women lose quite a lot of weight too.
Absolutely, Jen. On all ranges. So pretty much I'm an open door. So while I say athletes, that's probably what my niche started at. Then all of a sudden, but not everyone that walks in the door is an athlete. And when I say athletes, they start off as just the regular person. And then they turn into an elite athlete. That's what's been quite amazing. But there are still people definitely here that I work with for their own personal reasons. So yeah, generally, basically, on a broad range, I work with pretty much anyone and everyone.
Leon actually was telling us about his business model, and it's a little bit unique. So tell us a little bit more about that, Leon.
Sure, Jen. Yeah, the business model. I first set out, Jen, to just have a studio and have a team gym and have a lot of members in here. That was the first initial goal. Then after being in here for a few months, I started realizing that, wow, the more I worked one-on-one with someone in an enclosed area here where it was only me and the client, they started opening up. They started telling me stories about themselves and started getting personal. And I started understanding what they were actually going through in life. So I realized that, wow, these people need attention. They need a belonging. They need a goal. They need someone to listen to them. And that's why obviously then I pushed that niche a little bit further and started working with a lot of people that are suicidal. So we've been able to take that client that's doing it tough and give them a good goal, a purpose, a direction. And then obviously take them to the next level. And not all of them go on stage, but obviously just by the training and me working on their mindset is which I found was super, super important. And I found that was a missing link on myself personally when I first got into training clients. I just missed that missing link of giving these clients a little bit more attention. So I make it foremost now as most important, Jen, that I actually put a lot more time into people. And that's paid off very successful because I've had some great success with clients over the past sort of 6+ years.
Fantastic. And we first met because of your work with the Alliance for Suicide Prevention. So what are you doing that's a little bit innovative or unique in your gym here that's obviously drawn you into being involved with and actively involved with the Alliance for Suicide Prevention?
Yeah, Jen, sure. So I'm very passionate about when anyone talks to me around suicide. My heart melts. It truly does melt. And so I inside me, I just go, I just want to help everyone. I want to help you, Jen. I just want to help everyone around. And I see someone that needs the help, and I want to be the one to reach out. So I've made a pattern. I've made my business built on helping, just giving back. So I built my business solely on giving, and I found the rest kind of looks after itself. So I found the more I give in life, the more that seems to come back. And that's the old saying, whatever, the more you give to come back, it will come back to you. It actually does.
Now, Leon, you haven't always been on the Sunshine Coast. When did you move here? Why did you move here? And is this going to be your permanent home?
It is definitely my permanent home, and it will be. And I've been here for 13 years now, okay? And I moved here. I grew up I was born in West Australia. I grew up in Sydney. And I was just a tradesman there, and I loved it. I had a lot of great friends there. But I actually set a goal for myself, believe it or not, when I was 20. So 22 years ago, believe it or not, my goal was to actually move to the Sunshine Coast. Okay, actually the location wasn't confirmed when I was 20. I didn't really know much about the Sunshine Coast, but I wanted to move near the beach. I wanted to have bodybuilding teams, okay, and I wanted to own a gym. They were actually my goals. And I didn't know how I was going to get there. I didn't know when I was going to get there, but for some reason that was the goal. Again, 22 years ago. And funnily enough, well, here we're in my gym now. We're on the Sunshine Coast, and I run, rather big teams. So it's just, hey, but again, I had my vision there. I didn't rush to get there. I just thought I'll get there when I'm ready, and I'll just keep working hard, and things will fall into place if I work hard. That was sort of my theory.
And interesting on your goals, do you write them down?
Interesting. Actually, no, I don't write them down because they're pretty clear. They're pretty clear, and I'm a pretty simple guy. And I've got him on my head, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I knew what was going to happen. I just couldn't give that time frame. I never wonder. I don't really like to put a time frame on myself because one, it adds added pressure. You don't know what's going to happen in life as well. Okay, you know what curveballs are going to come your way. So till this date, probably today, fast forward to today, yeah, I definitely have goals written down. I do have them written down. Back when I was younger, no. Now, yeah, definitely. And I've got a great list of things that are written down, are in my head, and can't wait to get them. So,
in terms of achieving things, you've achieved a few things in the last 12 months. You've written a book. We've written this book here.
Yes.
It's How You Think. You've also completed a certificate in counselling. What advice would you give to, and you did all of this in between, yes, but what advice would you give to other businesses? If other people are looking at you, because although you run a gym and bodybuilding, what are the key takeaways for you to people that doesn't matter what their business is, what would they be?
Yeah, great question. And I may not answer this the way that everyone may think I'm going to answer, but I'm always open and honestly, mate, I ran this on passion, mate, and I ran this on enthusiasm, drive, and my passion drove me to where I am today. I was so motivated to write a book. I was so motivated to get my degree in counselling, to take my business to the next level. So I think if you're enthusiastic and you're passionate and you're driven, that itself, I reckon that is a great foundation for a business, and the rest will take care of itself. And I'm just loving life at the moment and everything I'm achieving so far, and I'm just sort of going for the ride. When doors are open, you know what, I'm just going straight through them. And I think if you work hard enough, doors are going to open in front of you. If you don't put the effort in, well, that door will close. So all I'm seeing, Jen, I'm seeing a door open, and I'm just going through it. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, hey, I've lost nothing.
I love that. Tell me, where to next then? What is behind the door?
What's behind the door? What's behind the door? Honestly, mate, I would love to do public speaking. I really would love to do public speaking. I've been talking for years and years, which is funny because when I grew up, I actually didn't talk. I was actually a very quiet kid. But the last 6 years, I'm that enthusiastic. I'm that passionate about everything I like to talk about. So I just want to get up on a stage in front of 1,000 people, Jen, and talk. There you go. That's my dream.
Righto, so he said that publicly now. A TEDx talk, I think, coming your way, Leon. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, when you first touched on that, I'm like, you're kidding, TEDx? That's when I was doing my studies. I was referring to these TEDx. I'm going, wow, man, how come these people on TEDx? I wonder how you even get on TEDx. And it was funny that you actually mentioned it. I'm like, wow, that was actually blew me away for a little bit. But we're like, yeah, let's go, mate. Let's go. Hey, what do we got to lose, mate? If the door's open, we're going through it, huh? What do you reckon, Jen?
I reckon, Leon, that you are just an absolute inspiration. From the time I met you at the Suicide for Prevention Alliance, you really are. You're inspirational, and I love what you're doing for people. I love what you're doing for people on the Sunshine Coast. I love that you do a lot of it under the radar. People wouldn't even know. Good on you for being an outstanding business. Keep doing what you're doing. We hope to hear more of you.
Thank you, Jen. And but it makes it easy for myself to have fantastic people like yourself around, because I can do whatever I do. Like you said, a lot of people might not know what I do, but it's just fantastic having people like you in my corner. So again, I'd like to thank you.
Thanks, Leon.